Imagine waking up in a world where you cannot speak a single word. You cannot complain about the cold, tell a joke, or even say your own name. Yet, you are surrounded by 20 other people who are completely dependent on you to survive the day. This was the daily reality for early hominids like Homo erectus hundreds of thousands of years ago. Modern humans rely on complex grammar to share ideas, coordinate plans, and gossip about neighbors. But before the dawn of spoken language, our ancestors were anything but silent. Their entire day was spent navigating an incredibly loud, intensely physical communication system. The morning began not with a greeting, but with a complex orchestra of guttural grunts and tonal sighs. A low, vibrating hum from the tribal elder signaled that it was time for the group to wake up. Without words, emotions were amplified through extreme facial expressions and dramatic body posturing. A heavy scowl or a bared set of teeth instantly established authority and rank within the band. Breakfast required absolute cooperation, which was managed through a precise system of hand gestures. Pointing at a half-eaten carcass and mimicking a chewing motion served as a clear invitation to eat. But the real challenge of a wordless existence began the moment the band left the safety of the cave. Hunting large, dangerous prey on the open savanna requires elite levels of strategic planning. To coordinate an ambush without speaking, early hunters relied entirely on tactical mimicry and hand signals. A flat, horizontal hand movement meant hit the deck and freeze instantly. Two fingers raised and pointed forward signaled that a predator was moving just over the brush. Hunters would even mimic the exact calls of wild birds to signal their positions across long distances. By blending into the natural soundscape of the wilderness, they could stalk prey in total silence. But what happened when a sudden, unexpected crisis occurred on the trail? Curiosity shifted to pure survival whenever a rival hominid band crossed into their hunting territory. With no diplomatic words to negotiate a truce, territorial disputes were settled through pure theater. Men would puff out their chests, stomp their feet, and throw heavy rocks into the dirt to signal strength. A high-pitched, frantic shriek from a scout was the universal alarm that a fight was imminent. If the rival group backed down, the tension resolved not with a conversation, but with collective grooming. Sitting in a circle, picking dirt out of each other's hair was the ultimate tool for social bonding. Physical touch released the exact same bonding hormones that modern humans get from a long conversation. As the sun began to set, the community gathered around the campfire for the most vital task of the day. Without a written or spoken language, history and vital survival skills had to be demonstrated physically. An elder would sit by the fire, holding a piece of brittle flint and a heavy stone hammer. Younger members watched in absolute silence, tracking the exact angle and force of every single strike. The sound of stone striking stone became the educational soundtrack for generations of early humans. Sharing a myth or a scary story meant acting it out with wild shadows cast against the cave wall. A hunter would mimic the terrifying roar and massive claws of a cave bear using his entire body. The audience didn't need words to feel the profound weight of fear, triumph, or grief. By the time they curled up to sleep, they had communicated a complex web of social data. They kept each other safe, fed their children, and built deep emotional connections without a single syllable. Spoken words didn't invent human community, they simply automated a system that our ancestors spent all day practicing.